Welcome to episode 51 of A Week in the Life of a UK Student Reseller. This week we got a jam-packed week with pandas restocking in men's, GS, women's and kids. We've also got Union passports set to release in the court purple colourway on sneakers, and Kithu, Offspring, so many sites should be dropping them, and fingers crossed we can cop one of those. At the moment, resales around 400. I expect this to dip to around 280, 250 post-release, but definitely a good 100 on top nevertheless. We've also got Air Jordan 1 Heritage, which I'm comparing to the Marina Blues Jordan. They're just going to be bricks. There's too many Jordan 1 colorways now, they're pushing them too high with even more stock than usual, and I don't think it's one I'm going to target this week. But definitely stay tuned to see how we get on in this week's episode. Right folks, a couple packages just came in from Nike, so let's get straight into it. So the first one up, Next to Nature box. So it is the Next to Nature Gym Red Dunks, so let's dive straight into them. As you can see, as they're doing the Next to Nature theme, all about climate and sustainability, no tissue paper in there, but that's no problem. Here they are in hand, so you've got the made at least 20% recycled materials, and you've got that recycled outsole, so it's got that kind of pebbled effect, but it gives off kind of like a team red outsole. Then you've got the white midsole, and then you've got this gym red upper, so it's kind of a textured upper, almost like croc or something like that. And then you've got the red laces, a red Nike tongue, and then a red swoosh as well. And then inside we've got the neon lining with the Nike circle to symbolise the Next to Nature range. Currently reselling for about 130, 140. I expect this to maybe dip £5-10 when people start getting more pairs in. Nevertheless, I think it's a good investment in sizes 4 to 6.5. I can definitely see it going for 150 to 180 in 3 to 6 months. So if you're looking to pick up pairs, that's what I recommend. It could follow a similar trend to the Allwood and the Corals, so this is one to have on your radar. So that is the first pickup. Next up, we've got a second pickup, so let's get into it. So next up, Nike box, and here they are in hand. So we've got the Fossil Rose Dunks, this one in a size 9 again. You did see this previously on the channel, so won't go into too much detail, but they did release them on sneakers finally, and as they release on sneakers, that does make it a bit more traction because more people use the sneakers app than the Nike app. But you've got this brown outsole, white midsole, and then brownish rose swoosh with the laces, and that contrasts against this almost blue or UNC colorway. And then you've obviously got the kind of off-white grey suede, which is nice. Currently performing around 120, 130, so not much resale at all, but definitely it seems to have low stock, and it hasn't really released on that many sites. I know Foot Locker got them, but they did hike up the retail price to 120, and there was low stock. So I recommend buying in these pairs, sizes 9 to 12, around 120, 130 maximum, and hold for 3 to 6 months, and you should see a return of at least 170, 180. It could even push into the 200s late summer if the demand's there, so definitely one to pick up for, and definitely see a good rise. As with suede dunks, they always seem to be a bit more in demand in the summer than the winter, so definitely if you can buy them up now for that 120, I think easily 170, 180 late summer, early September. So that is the Fossil Rose Dunks, and those are the two pickups we got in today. Both from Nike, both wins on the Leo and 15-minute draw. Really surprised about the 15-minute draw, haven't ever won that before in this account, so that's quite nice to win that finally. But yeah, these are the two pickups we got in today. Stay tuned for some more updates. Right folks, we just got a bunch of Nike orders in. I think it's 8 in total, so let me just unbox them all real quick and then I'll go through it of the rundown of what we got. So let's get into it. Right folks, so as you can see we got 8 packages in the mail. This is all from the Nike Dunk Black and White restock on Monday, so we managed to hit 8 pairs. So we got 2 men's, 2 GS, 2 older kids, younger kids, and 2 babies. So let's start with the babies. We got 2 of them in a 9.5 10C. So really small, cute little black and white dunks. I think I can move them for like £50-60 to the right client, and they're always like a nice little small investment, so not too much. They're only 40 to buy, so not too worried about those. Next up we have the younger kids. So we got these 2 both in a 2Y, which is a 1.5 UK. So for like the very small feet girls and the younger teenagers, like 13 or something like that, they might be this size. So we managed to pick up 2 in a 1.5. I think they're going for around £70 to £80. They might have taken a slight dip due to the restock, but they've always seemed to go back up and they're always a quick mover, so pretty happy about those. Next up, the men's. So we got a 8.5 and a 9. So just your standard classic black and white dunk. Don't need to go into detail about it, but I think we sold the 8.5 for 170 already, so that's going straight out. And then the 9 again, just another one that'll go straight out. Haven't sold it yet, but not too bad. Next up we've got the 2 older kids ones, so we managed to get 2 of these as well. So these were both in a 6E39, so already sold one of the pairs at 140, so around 80 profit, which is nice. Just quick flipping all these now, just because they seem to just be restocking them all the time. As you know by now, it's not really worth holding on to them to make an extra £20, and then if you hold too long then it will dip and you're into a loss. But if you can pick up pairs for less than 140, 130, then it's not a bad investment. You can quick flip them easily for 170, 175. But nevertheless, we got them all on the same, we got them on 2 Nike accounts with heavy jigging. So those are my tips for Nike at the moment. Heavy jigging works with different cards, both Apple Pay, heavy jigging to the same Addy. We managed to get 8 pairs, so not too bad at all. But yeah, that is all we got in today. They were both manual, all that manual entries, no used sneakers, none of that, just different phones. But yeah, that's all we got in today, so pretty happy with that. Stay tuned for some more updates. Thank you folks so much for watching this week's episode. We were able to secure a number of good releases this week. We got 8 of the black and white dunks in men's, women's and kids, which is cool. All pretty much sold now for 60, 80 on top of a pair, so not too bad at all. Sadly, we weren't able to get the Union Core purples to showcase on the channel. I put in so many raffle entries and used raffle hype and flare raffles as well, but no luck for that, which is a bummer. I did try to see what wrong with my setup, but I can't quite work it out. I had so many entries in, so many different cards, so many different jigs, but nevertheless we move on to the next release. Next week we should have some more blue grade school dunks dropping, along with orange label SBs. I think they're in the beige colourway, so I know they're releasing on some raffles and stuff like that, so maybe we can secure some pairs or go in store. There should be some more restock along the way, so nevertheless some more drops to look forward to. But thank you for watching this week's episode, and stay tuned for the next week's episode. Let's see how we get on.